All right, let's just jump right in. If you've ever held a tarot deck in your hands, you know exactly what I'm talking about, right? That feeling? It's exciting for sure, but man, it can also be a lot. So today, we're going to break down how to get started with tarot, minus all the stress. I've got 5 super simple, actionable tips for you. Yeah, does this look familiar? You open that box and suddenly you've got 78 cards just staring back at you. Every single one with its own story, its own vibe. It is completely 100% normal to feel overwhelmed. I promise most people do. But what if I told you there's a much easier way to go about this whole thing? Okay, and this is probably the most important thing you're going to hear today. The whole point of this explainer is built on this one single idea. You have to forget about rigid rules. Forget what you think you should be doing. Learning tarot is your personal adventure. The only goal here is to find the path that feels right for you. So before we even get to the practical what to do tips, we've got to start with a little mindset shift. Let's dig into 3 key ideas that are seriously going to change the way you look at learning the cards. First things first, you have got to be patient with yourself. This is not a race, okay? There's no finish line. It's more like a lifelong conversation. Some days you'll be all over it, pulling cards every morning. Other times, yeah, the deck might get a little dusty. And you know what? That is perfectly okay. The real key is to make it fun. If you're enjoying it, you'll stick with it, and that's how you know you'll get there. All right, number 2. Now, what's so interesting about this point is that it kind of goes against everything we've ever been taught about learning, well, anything. The usual advice you hear is just memorize all 78 card meanings. But let me tell you, that's not just boring, it's also a really, really ineffective way to do it. And you can see the difference so clearly here. Over on the left, you've got rote memorization. It's hard, you forget everything almost immediately, and honestly, it's super limiting. But then look over on the right. That's the holistic approach. That, my friends, is where the magic really happens. It's where you combine your gut feelings, your intuition, with the symbols you see on the cards and the stories they're trying to tell. It is so much more fun, and you get this deep, lasting understanding. You're using your whole toolkit, not just your memory. And the third key to our new mindset? It's simple. Make it easy on yourself. Seriously, consider this your official permission slip to cheat. Use everything you can get your hands on to build your confidence. I'm talking cheat sheets, flashcards. You can even buy decks that have the meanings printed right on them. The whole point is to get comfortable, not to turn this into some impossible test. All right, so now that we've got our mindset right, let's get practical. Let's see how this all translates into 5 simple tips you can literally start using today. This is the how-to part. So we're going to talk about drawing a card every day. We'll get into keeping a tarot journal, making some training wheel flashcards, mixing tarot in with your hobbies, and why it's so important to find your people. Tip number 1, draw 1 card a day. This is your foundation, your bedrock. Just pulling 1 single card every day makes tarot a consistent part of your routine. So keep your deck somewhere you'll actually see it, like right next to your coffee machine or on your nightstand. Here's a great little hack I heard. Literally use a rubber band to attach your card of the day to the back of your phone. You'll glance at it dozens of times, and it keeps that card's energy with you all day long. Okay, so you've pulled your daily card. Now what? Well, you write about it. A tarot journal is, without a doubt, one of the most powerful tools you have for really deepening your understanding. It's your own private space to reflect, to track patterns, and to really connect with the cards in a super personal way. And hey, there are a few different ways you can go about this. You could just jot down your daily card, and then at the end of the day, reflect on how its theme showed up. Or you could document your full tarot spreads to watch yourself grow and start noticing those recurring patterns. But here's a really cool one. Use the cards as prompts to write little stories. Our brains are wired for stories, right? This helps you build a real narrative connection with your deck. Okay, tip number 3. I absolutely love this one. It's all about creating what I like to call an ugly deck or a training wheels deck. Go get a standard super cheap deck of cards and a Sharpie and just write keywords right on them. No, it's not going to be pretty, but trust me, it is so effective for building your confidence when you're just starting to do readings. And hey, if you don't want to do that, you can even find decks these days that already have keywords printed right on them. All right, tip number 4. The whole point here is to make learning feel less like a chore and way more like play. So just think about what you already love to do. Are you into gardening, music, writing, even working out? You can totally bring the energy of the cards into pretty much any activity. Like, let's say you're a gardener, pull the Empress card and then ask yourself this. The Empress is all about nurturing, right? Creativity, abundance. So, what would she actually grow in her garden? Just thinking about that helps you connect with her energy in a really tangible, real world way. Or maybe you're a musician. Think about the Star card. It's all about hope and inspiration and this deep sense of calm. So, what would that sound like? What kind of music is that? You could literally make a playlist for different cards. It just makes these big, abstract archetypes feel so much more live and part of your world. And our last tip, number 5. Please remember this. You don't have to learn in a vacuum. Tarot was meant to be shared. I mean, you can totally learn on your own, but it is so much more fun when you share the journey with other people. You really don't have to go it alone. Finding just one study buddy or maybe joining an online group, it can be a total game changer. You get to share your own stories and experiences, and you get to hear totally new perspectives from other people that you never would have thought of. You can support each other as you learn and grow. And let's be honest, a friend is the absolute perfect, no-pressure person to practice reading for. So there you have it. We've talked about a whole new mindset and 5 super concrete tips to get you started. The path is pretty much laid out for you. Now, it's just about taking that very first step into your own personal adventure with the cards. And let's just end right back where we started, with this one fundamental truth. This is all about the journey, not the destination. There's no final exam. There's no point where you suddenly know it all. The real beauty of tarot is in the day-to-day discovery and the conversation that never really ends. It's in the journey itself. So I'll leave you with just one last question. When you think about these tips we talked about, drawing a daily card, starting a journal, making one of those ugly decks, what feels like the most exciting or maybe just the easiest first step for you? Whatever you choose, your adventure is ready whenever you are.